Please give it up for Joy Boots, and thank you. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. All right, still to come on the show today, my next guest. I respected so much with the feed he actually, invented himself. Today we have him on the show, and also he's going to tell us, more things that he do on his own time. Please join me to welcome Brendan SK on the show. Thank you. How are you doing, Brendan? It's great to see you. Please have a seat. Thank you very much. I was just giving a short brief of, what you do. Sure. And basically, I know you too well that you're a presenter as well. Yeah. And it's great to have people like you on the show. Yeah. Before we go into more information of what you do for a living, as what you love to do, I'd like you to officially introduce yourself to my audience.
Right. Brendan Hickey. I'm probably known mostly for being presenter on a radio show called On the Verge, which has been broadcasting for 15 years now on Dublin South community radio station. It's a show that finds new acts with original material and tries to put them on the next step up the ladder. I've done a lot of presenting gigs as well over the years and putting on anti-racism events, and I do various programs at Dublin South FM. I do a One World program, which is multicultural music. I do an Irish language program. Yeah. And apart from that, I find time now and again to do performances of my own poetry.
And that's why we're here today. That's very good. At least, you're more or less everywhere, in the field.
Yeah. Well, I went back to college when I was 40 years old and wanted to learn communications. I've been involved in music business in various ways for quite a while, but I decided to go back and learn radio and video editing and stuff like that. And my tutor just liked my voice and said, stick to radio. So that's what I've been doing, and I haven't any ambitions to go on major radio stations. I enjoy community radio. Yeah. I like the freedom. I like what it can do for people in a community. It can publicize local organizations. It can help people, give people confidence. So that's why I've stayed with it.
That's good. Come on, give it up for the community stations. They're doing well. I really do appreciate it. It's one of those things where you have community where people can actually reach out to do what they love to do. It's kind of encouraging more.
It is indeed. And for a lot of people who may have found themselves unemployed and things like that, we have FOSS scheme. CE people come in and they retrain and they learn new skills. And anyone who can go on air on radio station, it gives them the confidence, that they can do that, then they can try anything afterwards, you know what I mean? And also for people performing their music or their art on radio, it gives them a good grounding in going further, to give them the confidence to play.
That's good. You've told us a lot about your experience, Tell us about your line of poetry. I know you do them poetry.
Well, yeah, I've been writing poetry probably since the late 60s when I first started writing. But, it was mainly I would do performances at parties and for friends. But then I came back to Ireland after being in London for 20 years. I came back around 1990 and then started thinking more about doing performances and using it as a way of expressing myself more rather than keeping it secret. And I found, luckily, there was an audience there interested in the way I do poetry, which is basically I don't use the lectern and standing up there and reading. I perform. As
do it real.
Yeah.
That's good. And are you doing this yourself, or you help people?
At the moment, I perform solo. I do a lot of solo performances, just spoken word. I perform with duos. I've now got a full band called the Launch Crew, and one of the members is going to join me to perform a piece. So that's exciting. It's a whole different thing. I'm normally used to doing it all for other bands and other acts, putting gigs on for them and promoting them. It's very different promoting my own material. It's a whole different shift.
Of course, yeah. At least you're in here, you keep all the stuff rather than just keep it there. Okay, and like your radio program, how did that?
Well, the thing with that was, when I went back to college, as I told you, I started the radio show there for college radio, and then I took it with me to Dublin South FM. And I've kept going on that. It's a weekly show. It goes out every Thursday night between 8 and 9, and it's purely live. There's no 10-second delays. It's live. And I've been using it as a way of giving people a chance to perform the material, but also then it's associated with a website which the show is downloadable as an MP3 within a couple of days.
Okay.
So it means that people who've been on a small community radio station can have their music heard around the world because it's up on the internet so quickly.
Yeah,
you know.
that's very good. So I'll look out for that station.
Yeah.
So you can
93.9 FM.
93.9 FM. So don't miss it.
Yeah.
Okay. So today you're gonna do one of your portraits.
I'm just going to do a poem that, although I've recently released an album of 16 of my poems set to music by a lot of different composers, and different types and different genres of music have been used. The poem I'm going to do today is one that isn't on the album, but it's one that after getting a band together, one of the band members heard the poem and liked it, and he started composing some music to it. And the reason we're going to do today is because it involves an unusual Chinese instrument that we're going to use. It's called the liu qin. And we thought it'd be interesting to do that on a show like this.
That's very good. Okay, now before we let you go on there, have you anything coming up that we should look out for?
I've got a very important gig for me coming up on the 7th of May in J.J. Smith's in Ainger Street, which is known as a blues and jazz venue, and I go there a lot. So it's a big thrill for me. I'm going to be headlining there with my band. And I'm busy rehearsing for that at the moment because I'm going to be doing some of my own material, but also some blues covers and things like that, you know. So it should be interesting. And I've got some great musicians who are happy to work with me, which is wonderful.
That's good. That's good.
That's filled me with a lot of confidence. They like my stuff enough.
That's good. Young and ready to go.
Yeah. They're
gives more vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Brendan, there's no problem about that. We want to say thank you very much for coming on the show today, and we want to wish you best of luck. And to all our viewers out there,
I just say, Chris, my website is ontheverge.ie. That's where people can download the MP3s of the shows, or also they can get me on Brendan Hickey Poet MySpace. Okay, that's the two places that people want to find out more.
Right. Listen, thank you very much, Brendan, and I wish Brendan SK on the show. Thank you.
You know you could put this whole doomed night to welcome flight from procrastination, and be certain then that you'd be then narrated on each dawning morning of my heart's new life. And if you give just a passing glimpse of your lovely smile in single file, my thoughts would kneel before your throne. Yes, if you give just a passing glimpse of your freckled smile in single file, my thoughts would kneel before your throne. Drifting on Lake Memory, bone marrow chilled by this shrouding mist, I could part exist, but you've let me live by piercing the gloom with the radiant warmth of your laughing light. And if you give just a passing glimpse of your freckled smile in single file, my thoughts would kneel before your throne. Yes, if you give just a passing glimpse of your freckled smile in single file, my thoughts would kneel before your throne.